Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Pallava Girivadhari Gopi Jana Pallava Girivadhari Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Jamuna Thira Panachari Jamuna Thira Panachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Pallava Girivadhari Yasodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Jamuna Thira Panachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyantimidandasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurun militam jena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juthapatakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajataham Sahakana Raghunatham Pitham Tham Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahakana Lalita Sri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patithanam Bhavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Astyajate Shatarine. Hare Krishna. It is truly my great fortune, honor, and joy to be with all of you. Special gratitude to my esteemed and worshipable God brothers, God sisters, and to each and every one of you. Srila Prabhupada wrote that in order to truly access and understand the inner truths of bhakti, Mahajano yena katha sapanta, we require to follow the teachings as well as follow in the footsteps of the great souls. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Ye gatha mam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyaham, that according to the nature of our surrender to Him, He reveals Himself accordingly. Krishna is non-different than His holy names. Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Ras Vigraha. So it is not only chanting but the consciousness in which we approach the name, surrender to the name, wherein Krishna reveals himself. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, our beloved Param Guru, he revealed that if we chant the holy names with sincere humility and surrender, then Krishna, who is the name, Nam Namakari Bahut Nija Sarva Shaktis, Krishna has come, is Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna has incarnated in his own names. Hare, Sri Radha is personally present in her names. And when we chant sincerely, with earnest, humble, and pure hearts, then Shri Radha, Sham Sundar reveal their forms, their qualities, their pastimes, their abode, their associates, ultimately their intimate love. Krishna is non-different than Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna. It is his words that summarizes the very essence of all the Vedas. And the Srimad Bhagavatam reveals the highest, most intimate truths of Krishna, culminating in his pastimes of Sri Vrindavan Dham. The Srimad Bhagavatam is literary incarnation of Krishna. The Dham of Sri Vrindavan is none different than Sri Radha, Gopinath. This is their expanded personal energy that has manifested an eternal abode to share beautiful pastimes. And this abode is eternally existing in the spiritual world of the Paravyoma as Goloka or Krishna Loka. And just as Krishna descends into this world, Sri Vrindavan Dham descends. So how we approach Vrindavan is how Vrindavan, Vrinda Devi, will reveal herself to us. Srila Prabhupada gives the example of Akrura. When Akrura was coming to Vrindavan, even though he was sent on a mission by Kamsa to bring Krishna to Mathura, and Kamsa's motivation was to kill Krishna and Balaram, Akrura knew that they cannot be killed. He understood their supreme glory, and he loved them. And he took this as the most blessed opportunity to actually see Krishna. So while he was coming here from Mathura, he was meditating on Krishna. He was chanting the names of Krishna with such eagerness, intense eagerness. That Krishna will glance on me. I will take the dust of Krishna's lotus feet. Krishna will understand my real motive to surrender my body, mind, words, life to him. So he was coming to Vrindavan in really a spirit to surrender, to serve, to love. It's this consciousness in which we can actually enter into the spirit of Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada defined bhakti as devotional service. The eagerness to serve for Krishna's pleasure. To take our selfishness and all of our personal conceptions of what we like and don't like aside. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. What will please Lord Hari? What will please our gurus and the Vaishnavas? And an eagerness, a determination, a longing. When we beg for that service, Krishna gives himself. The 6 Goswamis, they taught us how to live in Vrindavan. They left the riches of this material world to live under trees, on the ground, as beggars. They were begging for service, begging for loving service. What is prem? When we beg for prem, we just don't beg to experience the ecstasy of love. We beg for prem because when we have love, then we can serve Krishna in a way that will truly make him happy. As we come deeper in the spirit of bhakti, we understand that everything is for the satisfaction of Krishna as the servant of the servant of the servant of his servants. We explained how the gopas and the gopis, when ecstatic symptoms, where their heart was flooding with ananda, with bliss, when it distracted them from carefully performing their service, they prayed that those ecstasies would go away. Krishna is happy when we're ecstatic to serve him. But the principle is the service. Bhakti, devotional service. The more we love Krishna, the more Krishna will be pleased by our service. That's why we want to love Krishna. When we come to Vrindavan, this is what we beg. In these scriptures, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the gopis, they offer a beautiful prayer in honor of Govardhan Hill. He is Krishna himself, but he's also playing the role of the best devotee of Krishna, Haridas Bharya. Of all devotees, Govardhan Hill is the best, because in every possible way, Giriraj wants to give pleasure. In serving Krishna Balaram, the cows, the gopas, the gopis, the calves, the bulls, in such simple ways, by providing fresh, fragrant, delicious, nutritious grass for the cows to eat, and very pure nectaring waters in the lakes and the waterfalls and the streams to drink. by providing so many beautiful trees with fruits and nice, cool caves with precious jewels. Srila Prabhupada explains in this regard that Govardhan Hill knows the art of pleasing Krishna by pleasing those he loves, his devotees, his cows. So this is Sri Radha and gopis giving their expert opinion. The best devotee is not based on any material position. It's not even based on quantity of service. It's based on their eagerness to please Krishna, even in the simplest ways. We read about great heroes of Mahabharata who were fighting massive armies and risking their lives and preparing themselves for their whole life for that purpose. And they were great devotees. The gopis, they just picked flowers and weaved those flowers into garlands. And they milked cows and churned the milk into butter and made some nice preparations. And Krishna wanted to dance with them. Actually, any one of us can make a garland. Any one of us can churn yogurt. You don't need an engineering degree. Child could do it. So the gopis were engaged in the simplest activities that anyone and everyone could do. But their hearts, at every moment, their every word, their every thought, their every motion, was simply for Krishna's pleasure. They would be willing, any of the gopis were willing to die 1,000,000 times, enter into the most hellish conditions for millenniums, if by doing so they could relieve Krishna of even a moment of distress. When we have that love and we pluck a flower, it's greater than Indra offering his entire empire to Krishna. So we come to Vrindavan as beggars with this eagerness to serve. Praying to Krishna to take away the veil of Maya, which affects the world in limitless ways, where we're thinking our sensual, our mental pleasures are so important. Our particular position, our prestige are so important. What we have, what other people have, our minds are so easily disturbed by things that for the eternal soul mean absolutely nothing, and they never meant anything, and they never will. That's Maya. Prabhupada defines Maya as that which is not. That which has no value We spend every moment practically of this valuable human life trying to get it and keep it. We're willing to fight for it. We're willing to kill for it. We're willing to hate for it. We're willing to expend every moment which is more precious than all the wealth in creation for nothing. The soul, its nature, is to please Krishna through love. Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, very rare. How many births each and every one of us has taken, very difficult to calculate. But perhaps millions in so many species. And now here we are, once in a day of Brahma, Krishna reveals his original transcendental pastimes in Vrindavan. That's about 8,600,000,000 years. And it was just recently. And Srila Prabhupada, by his causeless mercy, has brought us the full Vrindavan as it has been realized by all the great acharyas or sages of the parampara. And we're here. We don't know how long we'll live. It may be minutes, it may be years. But we're in Vrindavan. In the month of Kartik, on the day of Govardhan Puja. What an incredible fortune. Why should we be distressed and disturbed and worried about all these foolish things? So we are begging Krishna, please attract my heart. Srila Prabhupada, in his last days in this world, when his body was almost without any health or weight whatsoever, he was so thin. He couldn't even hardly move. But we've seen the videos where he's laying there, he can't even move his hands. The only thing that's moving is his mouth. And devotees are putting little dictaphones next to his mouth, and he is translating and presenting his purports for Srimad Bhagavatam. No complaints. In whatever situation he was in, he was just so grateful, so happy, and so ecstatic to serve. But he told devotees, I want to do parikrama of Govardhan. This is just at the time of Govardhan Puja, 1977. But how do you do parikrama when you can't even sit? What to speak of walk? So he said, get ox cart. I will go on bullock. But in those days, there were no paved roads. Those were the good old days. It was for bullock cart. The doctor said, at the very beginning, he will certainly leave his body. Impossible. Cannot take him. So some of the devotees, their mood was, whatever he says, we must just do it. We can't think in terms of any other consideration. He said he wants to go, we take him. It's not our business whether he lives or dies. It's our business to carry out his instruction. And others, they were thinking, no, we can't take him. He will suffer so much and he won't survive. So there was tension. And it was actually mounting up very seriously. This was not just a joking situation. It was a reality. The bullocks were waiting outside. Prabhupada said, take me. No. And finally, some of the leaders of our society at the time, they were crying, Prabhupada, please. And Prabhupada's dear godbrother, Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, he loved Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada loved him. And Prabhupada said, Babaji Maharaj, see how much they love me. And he said, I will stay for the pleasure of his devotees. Today, being Govardhan Puja, we'd like to briefly narrate parts of this story. Yesterday was Deepavali, the Amavasya. When Krishna was 7 years old, the day after, on the first day of the moon, Krishna and Balaram happened to see Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men were making very elaborate arrangements for a ceremony. And of course, Nanda Maharaj and the Gopas would do this every year. Krishna knows everything. But as Sri Nanda Nandana, he asked his father, please tell me, what are all of these arrangements you're making? I see so many articles of religious worship, and I see Brahmins assembled, and I see so much of an investment of time and energy. Tell me everything. There should be no secrets among family members. And Nanda Maharaj explained that we are Vaishyas. Our livelihood, our lives are very much dependent on protecting the cows. And the cows eat grass. And in order for the grass to grow, we require rain. Indra is the deva, the demigod that provides rain. So it is our family tradition from a long time that on this day every year we give puja for Indra. To show our gratitude, with the hopes that he will continue to bless us. Krishna spoke very philosophically. It's only a 7-year-old child. He said, my father, we don't need Indra. In his heart, Krishna, he knows everything. Indra's a devotee. And even devotees in high positions sometimes become affected by false pride. The Srimad Bhagavatam tells that we should not be attached to what Krishna gives us for our devotional service. He may give us fame, he may give us knowledge, he may give us money, he may give us power. He may give us abilities. But we should never claim them to be our own, because that becomes a great impediment. We become proud. Janmaishwarya Shrutishribhir Edamana Vadapumam. Queen Kunti offered this prayer. The great impediments to true bhakti is when we become falsely proud due to having wealth, knowledge, beauty, or fame, high birth. If we have these things, and in a humble spirit, a servant of the servant, we use them for Krishna, that is yukta vairagya. But we really need to chant attentively, and we really need to hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, and we really need association of advanced devotees. Otherwise, we could so easily fall in the trap of I and mine. And even in the name of service, I'm doing this service for my Guru and Krishna. But if somebody's doing more, I become envious, or I become depressed. Or if I'm doing more, I become very condescending and arrogant, demanding special privileges and rights. Well, Krishna knows that that's the tendency for every one of us. So he likes to teach lessons in very, very powerful ways. And he wanted to teach each and every one of us through Indra today. Because Krishna saw Indra has a really big post. He's head of the Devas, of the Swargaloka. There's so many Vedic hymns to Indra. But Indra's getting distracted by false pride. And Krishna cannot tolerate false pride in the hearts of his devotees. So when he shows his good mercy, he takes that pride away. And it's up to us how he has to do it. If we understand it by hearing, and we really value being the servant of the servant of the servant, and not make offenses, then just through the chanting of the holy names, Krishna will take it all away. But if we're stubborn and we hold on to it, sometimes Krishna has to really crush that pride so that we chant the holy names helplessly. So Krishna wanted to give special mercy to Indra and simultaneously to everyone. So Indra's listening. Krishna knows. We should be aware that whatever we say, wherever we say it, whoever's there or not there, Krishna's hearing in our hearts. The demigods are hearing too. I don't want to make you afraid, but we should be alert to the reality. Nothing's a secret. There's higher powers who are witnessing everything at every moment. Even if you go into the darkest, most lonely cave in the Himalayan jungles where there's not a single person around and it's not a single mosquito, still, Krishna, the Devas, see your every movement, hear your every word. And that's how we make progress, by this consciousness. How can I please you, my Lord? So Krishna said, we don't need this Indra, because after all, according to one's actions, there's equal corresponding reactions. The laws of karma. And if we do pious things, which we do, then the demigods they are obliged by the laws of nature to provide good results. If somebody does sinful things, then the demigods will give painful results. So we're good people. Why are you thinking we're depending on Indra? Look at the ocean. The ocean's not doing any yajna. They don't even need water. But yet, torrents of rain is falling in the ocean. So let us be practical and let us be real and philosophical. We don't need Indra. Who are we dependent on? We're dependent on the Brahmins for blessings. We are dependent on the cows because they're providing everything for our lives. And we are depending on Govardhan Hill because Govardhan Hill is getting the water and the grasses and the fruits and everything for the cows. So let us take all of this elaborate paraphernalia and worship the cows, the Brahmins, and Govardhan Hill. Nanda Maharaj just wanted to please Krishna. And then Krishna explained how to do it. Make mountains and mountains of bhoga with our rice and our wheat and our vegetables and our ghee and all of our cow, the gifts of mother cow. And they had all their cooks make mountains and mountains of bhoga. And all of the yajnas were arranged by the Brahmins for Govardhan Hill. And Krishna, he was the acharya of the whole yajna and ceremony. He was giving all the directions, and all the Brijavasis were following everything he was saying. So as they brought the bhoga forth, Krishna assumed an enormous form on top of Govardhan Hill. He wanted to show that Govardhan Hill was none different than himself. Enormous. It was like two Govardhans. One was the hill, which was like a seat, and the other was of the same size as Govardhan Hill, but as an incredibly beautiful form of Krishna, as a personality. And Krishna, he said, just see, Govardhan Hill is so pleased with us. He's appeared in a personal form just to receive our offerings. And Krishna was simultaneously down with all the Brijavasis, and when Krishna bowed down to the form of Giriraj, all the Brijavasis bowed down. And they made the offering. And Govardhan, he extended his long arms, and he ate all the mountains of bhoga. He drank all the water from all the lakes around Govardhan Hill.